Oh no, it didn't even fade.
Or it'll cut.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, everybody? We didn't think that transition was
I was like,
that
it's about
one.
to fade.
Boop. It'll fade. Nope, that's a cut.
All right.
So, should we just dive into the intro, or do we usually do a random banter in the beginning?
We should probably just go to the intro. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so we need to kind of go into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 69. Here we are.
Episode 69.
Hello and good morning, welcome gamers. We are FPS Guides. Our goal is to bring the gaming community together with reviews, guides, news, and clutch plays. In addition, we talk about juicy rumors, controversies, and random topics of discussions. Here, you'll find some facts, some opinions, and a lot of lame jokes, especially from this guy over here.
That's not true.
If you like what we do here, be sure to check us out on FPSGuides.com and follow us on social media. We stream this podcast live every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time on twitch.tv/FPSGuides. For all you listeners out there, FPS Guides podcast can now be found on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, and also Alexa. So check us out. And if you're interested in becoming a part of what we're doing here, or if you want to be a content creator, hit us up on our website, and we'd love to hear from you. Now that said, let's jump into this stack of news.
Oh man, there's so much news to talk about. That's what happens when you do once a week show. You're just like, well,
Yep.
all right,
Yep.
so we got all the biggest news. But you played anything interesting recently?
I played nothing, no new game recently,
Okay.
but I did play the same games that I've played on
Okay.
a super ultra wide monitor.
How's that going?
I don't know yet. I feel it's a little bit too wide.
Is the full size of the screen being used in the game?
The game needs to have support for it.
Okay.
So,
Does the game you were playing have support for it?
yes,
Okay. What were you playing?
Call of Duty.
Okay.
That said, I think it might be a little bit too wide.
Too wide?
Yeah, and it's a bit nauseating, and the particular model I got, the curve is not curved enough,
Mm-hmm.
so the ends are further from.
Like your eyesight?
Yeah, it
Okay.
feels like the monitor at the ends is 6 inches further away than it is in the middle.
Okay.
So it's not.
So you would think just like a regular ultra wide, that'd be prime for,
Yes.
for gaming.
Yes, just so I can get everybody on the same language.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra wide is 21 by 9.
Right.
Most 34-inch monitors are 21 by 9. That's just ultra wide.
Right.
That also happens to be the same format that when you go to the movies, that wide aspect ratio, which is why when you watch movies on TV, they got the black bars on the top and the bottom.
Uh-huh.
That's 21 by 9 because most monitors are 16 by 9.
Right,
So
right.
21 by 9 is a 34-inch. That's just regular ultra wide.
Right.
Now they made something even crazier, just off the wall crazy. 49-inch monitors are
Boom.
super ultra wide. It's basically just add that super to the beginning,
There it
and
is.
it bumps it up from 21 by 9 to 32 by 9. And I feel it's impractical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, Division Matrix.
Happy Friday, Division Matrix.
We have Captain Stiffy, aka JD, joining us.
I came in.
Coming in was tad late, but that's all right.
A little bit of work to be done. Hello, podcast
We
listeners. Hello,
we just did the
Twitch.
intro,
Yep.
and Sig was telling us about his gaming experience on his new fancy,
Oh, and that
not from the back
that,
monitor.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go back. I
that-
think it's
that
going
king
back.
size
You
mattress.
think it's going back?
Yeah, because I used it. I set it up in the office yesterday. I will be releasing on YouTube the unboxing and my review on
Okay.
it, my official review. But I used it in the office yesterday, and it just feels gargantuan. And I wanted to bring it home last night, but it was raining.
No,
So I didn't want to get this brand new monitor away.
So that's why it's deal to
Yeah.
like transfer that thing.
So then I went back to the 34 last night, and I hopped on and played some Modern Warfare, and I'm like, feels more.
Feels like a lot.
like a
practical.
sweet spot.
It's the sweet spot, bro. That 49 thing is going back. It really hammered it home for me last night, going back from 34 to 49 back to 34. It's just,
You think 49 is a little too much?
I think
a little more.
It's a lot too
A little
much.
more than you need.
it's a lot too much.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
34 would be
But 34 is
Yes.
prime gaming.
Yes.
Gaming size.
For gaming.
and productivity. What about productivity?
Productivity, unless you're using a timeline, like for to do our video edits, I use Camtasia.
Like content creation?
Sweet, perfect. You don't have that bezel in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But for Tekla, 3D modeling,
Works pretty decent, yeah.
If you do something that doesn't need one window without any bezels, like if you have QuickBooks up and you've got AutoCAD or Solid or Maya or SolidWorks, any of that, still two 27-inch monitors, which this is targeting to replace, is still better. Because you got the 4 snaps when you can partition your windows. Now they have their own proprietary software to allow you to snap, but it was bringing on me.
Sounds like it. Sounds like most bang for your buck. You're better off just getting 2.
And the fact that the curve is not the edges are not as useful as having 2.
What if you had 2
separate models?
4 curves?
It's too much.
That's so much.
It's too much. It's too much.
Okay. All right. Well,
It's like
it's
like my brother with a little normal sized lot. He has a 0 turn, a big commercial 0 turn to cut the grass. It's too much.
It's like bringing a bazooka to a knife fight.
Yeah, after he does it about 3 or 4 times, like, nah, I'm not bringing out the big old thing.
Yeah.
So now he just has a landscaper because it's too much.
Yeah.
This monitor is too much. I don't see its practical purpose.
Honestly, once you're at that point, it's like you might as well just jump up to VR. Like,
Yeah.
you're almost at full immersion level, you know.
Yeah,
Like you could just play in VR at that point.
yeah.
And where's that video gonna be posted?
On YouTube.
Where can I find it?
On our channel on YouTube /
There we
FPS
go.
Guide.
Yeah, that's not the first time we've ever done that.
Yes. So that's going to be going back.
Okay.
I'm going to give it one more attempt because I don't know if I was turned off by the crappy quality. It was all plastic.
Maybe try different. Oh really?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel.
Bro, I mean it was replacing the Apple Cinema display, which is like a 9-year-old monitor.
Yeah.
This thing is all aluminum, built solid.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
When I first opened that, I was just blown away. I'm like, this is ridiculous. It's expensive, but it's ridiculous.
This will kill somebody.
Yeah, when we unboxed that, I was like, this is flimsy.
That's
It's
like bending it more.
Yeah.
I need a couple more degrees.
I don't want that.
That would be wild.
I don't want that to be affecting my bias on it. But
Right.
again, I
Give it a
switched,
shot.
boom, 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 and I think the 34 is a sweet spot.
That's what they need. They need
Like a modular
a
monitor?
a monitor that you can just bend to what you want.
Oh, I feel like a flat screen push. Oh, I feel like a monitor.
It's like, all right, I'm getting
Yeah.
really into gaming. Let me just.
Yeah.
People would
Jason there.
destroy that thing.
Yeah. And even just using the 34, I played for an hour and a half Modern Warfare with June.
Mm-hmm.
And
Felt good on
Reckless.
the 34.
No, dude, it's nauseating. It's too much. It's
Actually, you know what? That makes. I mean, people do say that they feel nauseous from playing.
I felt
VR.
like puking after.
So
So
maybe
maybe
like
it was
a-
kind
I
of
was
like
like,
maybe it's just too much.
So
Like
maybe like a 27-inch flat screen is like the sweet spot. Because I feel like 27 inches is pretty.
it's like a
pretty
sensory
good.
overload.
Yeah. I wish I can resize the monitor. Just grab the corner and.
I'm like 20, I'm like 25
Resize
inches.
Not
windows.
Minority Report,
I think
dude.
25 inches is totally good for me.
I think 25 and 27 is like perfect for gaming.
Honestly.
Like on a computer.
I'm stuck on the 34. I love it. I love that. I love the aspect ratio. I
But
love
for
the
gaming
size.
specifically.
Yeah.
I don't game
I think
enough.
for using it as a multi-use
Yeah.
monitor, 34 is probably
Yeah.
really good.
Okay. Maybe I should. It's a good warning. If I feel like puking, stop playing. You've been playing too long. An hour and a half is too long for me.
No,
So
no. You just gotta puke and then keep playing.
Yeah, dude, it's like
You can rally,
like
dude.
a football practice.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's go.
Cool. All right, so check that unboxing video and review out on youtube.com.
Dude, it took
/FPS
me all
guides.
day to open that box.
there isn't one bad review on that CRG9. We'll have the first bad review on it.
Ooh, clickbait! All right.
Coming
You
at
play
you
anything
real.
interesting, John? Because we have a crap load of
Let's
stuff to
see.
get to.
So I've been playing some more Vermintide 2 with the boys.
Okay.
You know, we put some videos up of us playing Vermintide 2 with the boys. Actually, been playing a lot of tabletop this week. We've been playing a lot of board games. Good Cop, Bad Cop, Secret Hitler. Really fun games. And
gotta take this.
And we played Call of Duty Infection because that game mode just added in.
Okay.
Super fun. It's just like how it was on the old ones, you know. It's always been a fun game mode.
But I mean, an old game mode with the polish that this one has is probably
It's always just
very
been,
nice.
It's always been a fun game mode. It's always like exciting. There's a lot of stuff happening and stuff. And yeah, that's basically it. And I've been working because I'm busy this week.
Yep.
So
Yep.
modeling and all that
Yeah.
fun stuff.
Let's see. I've been just carrying on with like Devil May Cry 5 and Resident
Yeah.
Evil 2.
Yeah. So how are you doing in Devil May Cry
Pretty
5?
excited about Resident Evil 3 remake, which we'll
Yeah.
talk about because I'm liking Resident Evil 2.
There you
I've
go.
been playing Grease. I think it's Grease. No, they said Grease last night.
Gris? I thought it was...
It's Grease.
Okay.
Because I think that's how you say gray in Spanish. I'm not really sure.
No idea.
But that game's super cool. I've been trying to finish that. It's like a 6-hour game, so not long. But I usually play it like 30 or 40 minutes before I go to bed because it's really pretty. There's no combat. All you do is some light platforming, just chill, good music, just kind of knock out.
Pretty...
Very, very pretty game. Well, actually, I think it
pretty,
won something with art. Oh no, it won for
Nice.
Games with Impact, which is really cool
That's
because
cool.
the story is like you're this girl and you have to bring color to this gray world. That's why it's called gray.
Oh, okay.
So like each level you go through, you add a different color, then they stack on each other. It's really pretty. It's like
Is like you
really
add the
pretty.
color, or is it just like as you go through
No,
the
as you
world,
go through.
color just adds?
yeah. So like
That's
oh,
cool.
you go through world whatever, it's red, and then like after that it's
that's
blue,
cool.
and
So,
then
like,
blue adds on to the
levels
red.
are kind of like portraits almost.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Like coloring
Exactly,
books where you, like,
exactly.
you fill them all colored out and stuff, and you're like, wow, it's like
Yeah,
super cool.
it's so pretty, dude.
That is cool. That is
Um,
really cool. Oh,
so that's pretty fun.
I was playing Dragon Ball. I did get back into that because they added in Broly,
Nice.
and
Nice.
he's insane, absolutely insane.
Yeah, but that's pretty much what I've been playing. I'll probably finish Devil May Cry 5, like over the break or something, like over the holidays. But
Yeah.
I gotta clear my schedule for next year because there's
Yeah.
just way too many
There's some stacking. stuff
AAA
going on.
bangers coming next year. I think we should do an
Early
episode.
next year too. Yeah.
An episode like in January, being like, hey, here's what's all listed coming out this
It's
whole
just
year.
like the
Like a prelude episode.
yeah, kind of like like the schedule, I guess.
Yeah.
For the whole year.
Yeah, so that's pretty much
Things
what I've
to
been up
look
to.
forward
But do you want to jump into the packed news? We have
Yeah.
so much stuff to talk about.
We have
Jesus
a lot to
God.
talk about, so we'll start off with the Game Awards because that was last night.
That's by far the highlight
And,
of this week.
You know, this is like the big Game Award. I mean, this is like the VGA of games. So it's we have a lot of different interesting news actually because
Yeah, there are some
one of the
surprises.
things that we were talking about last week was what we think is going to win Game of the Year. And none of us came up with a game that
I
was
said,
going to win.
I said Resident Evil 2.
I
you
said
said Death Stranding, right?
Stranding.
And then Sig said Smash.
a Smash or something like that.
And the
yeah.
winner of the Game of the Year actually goes to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, which is just fantastic.
So that's
Like,
awesome.
Really proud.
Good job,
really
From
proud.
Software.
Like, they've been making banging games for years, and just because it's in a more niche genre,
Yeah.
that it kind of didn't get the recognition, I guess, that it deserved, but Sekiro really pulled it out. And I think what separated Sekiro from all these other games was the technical aspect of it. It was done super well.
I
Like,
mean,
the performance was always good.
yes,
There
I
was
mean,
never any
there
like,
wasn't any.
problems.
There was no problem with the game. There was no bug. There was no game-ending glitch or any
No, there was nothing
issue
like
I
that.
even ran into at all. The game ran beautifully from start to finish.
Yeah, it won. So Sekiro won Game of the Year and also won Best Action Adventure Game. Super cool. So From Software putting up a really good
That's
showing
awesome.
at the Game Awards this year.
Good job from Software.
Man, that's gonna be. I wonder what they're gonna do next. Because they're doing Elden Ring next.
Elden Ring.
But maybe they'll do more stuff with Activision. Because Activision published Sekiro, so there's like, oh, you won Game of the Year? Okay, here's all the
I
money
mean,
that you need.
Activision's like, okay, this is a good idea.
Yeah. Because when From Software went to publishers, like most of them were like, I don't know about that. And Activision was like, yes.
Probably because they came to them, they were just like, listen, we know what we're doing. We just need money. We don't need your opinion.
It's like, okay, all right, here's money.
And everyone's like, no, we kind of want you to go to this route. And Activision's like, okay, yeah.
here's
Whatever
a
you want,
blank
man.
check.
Whatever you want. How much you need? Yeah.
Yeah, so that one Game of the Year and Best Action Adventure Game, super cool. Really excited about that. I totally thought it was going to be Death Stranding or
Yeah. I thought Death Stranding was like a shoe-in, honestly. Cause,
yeah, that's what I thought.
'cause it
Death
was
Stranding,
like, everyone
however,
was
did
waiting for it.
win Best Game Direction. So, I mean, that's
I
good.
think that's fair. I mean, it is a very different
yes.
title, you know.
Yeah, so that's fair. I
Does
definitely
do it
give it
different.
that.
Actually,
Let's
very
see
different
what else.
route.
Oh,
Best action game, we got Devil May Cry 5.
that's awesome.
Best fighting game, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. That's exciting. Best multiplayer, we got Apex Legends.
Nice, good stuff.
The best role-playing game, this one is actually really interesting. Best role-playing game is Disco Elysium. which also won Best Narrative and Fresh Indie Title. So if you don't know what Disco Elysium is, you're not alone, because I didn't either.
I didn't really know about it too much either.
It's apparent. It's like this is the studio's first game.
This is their first game.
This is their first game. They won 3 awards.
That's awesome.
And it's amazing. And that game is actually 20% off on Steam until like 1 p.m. tomorrow.
I think I'm gonna pick it up because like I almost have to pick it up now.
It's like $30,
right?
and like honestly, it's a kind of game style that I like. It's like a Diablo style top-down RPG looking game, and I've heard. I didn't even know about it until today, and I looked it up, and it's like everyone's like, "Oh my god, this game's amazing! It's so good!" And I was like, "Okay, so pick that up, guys." And then with Best Strategy Game, we got Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, that makes total sense to me.
Total sense there.
Yep, that's a lot of strategy there. Best Ongoing Game, Fortnite. Okay, whatever.
I mean, yeah, like
it's to be expected. I mean, it's a big game. It's still ongoing, and it's still
What's the synopsis of that
barely
game?
lost
What does
Steam.
Wikipedia say about it?
Oh, I'm not reading. I was trying to find more information about the studio, but the synopsis of the game is basically from what because watching the Game Awards last night and this thing cleaning up, I was looking into it.
It's communism.
Yeah, you're basically a character. You're trying to take over a city block.
You're it's like a revolution.
That sounds cool.
It looks like old Fallout. Actually, if you're interested in old Fallout or the Wasteland series, this is probably right up your alley because it looks exactly like that.
How does a
Dude, it looks.
How does a studio,
an indie
studio without a big budget,
come out left field like that, dude?
Make a game and their first game cleans up? It
so
doesn't
awesome.
make sense to me.
So
Did they
awesome,
just like poach all the smart people from other studios?
I think they just had.
So.
They probably had a lot of talent from the very beginning, and
I think this is proof of what happens when an indie studio keeps with their vision. It's like we're gonna make a game that we are proud of. That
No.
Make the game that they want.
What they did is even it's more impressive than if an expansion team won a championship on their first year.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
out of all the
That's
games and all the
close
developers
example.
and publishers out there,
Because at least that expansion
Three.
team gets favorable draft picks.
you're
This
starting with
company
nothing.
came from nothing without the budgets of a AAA title, without all of that, and he just smashed everybody.
Awesome.
I gotta try this game.
That's
out.
awesome.
And I want to know more about the
It might have
studios.
I think that's so
actually.
cool about like games because like in movies you don't really see smaller. You see smaller indie films, sure, but like it not like that. Like you don't see them get the recognition like that sometimes.
It might have
it's rare.
crowdfunding. You might want to look that up. If it was like crowdfunded, that might have been how they got that budget. Or maybe they're just really good and talented developers.
Or maybe they're just like
and
we're putting everything we got.
They put a lot of time and patience and money into this game because they.
That's
wanted
really
to make
really
it.
awesome for that studio.
That's super cool, man.
Really really cool. Really happy about that. And then best art direction actually goes to Control, which is awesome because
That's cool.
I really like Control.
It's
Control is really good.
It's very interesting.
Definitely had its problems, but overall very good, very unique. I would say the best Star Wars game you'll ever play is Control.
The best Star Wars game you'll ever play.
Because it has the
is
best
Control.
force powers.
I guess, yeah. If you're like an OP force user
Yeah.
with like crazy powers.
Yeah. So those aren't all the awards. Obviously, those are just the highlights that I thought were interesting to kind of share with everybody. But there were some other announcements that were like so surprising.
It's a very big.
You might want to pull a picture of this.
Very
bad
big
boy up.
news. So yeah, let's pull up a picture of it first. So the new Xbox was announced.
Was revealed.
Like no one was really expecting this to happen. Like he just said this morning. Like if you would have asked him yesterday if that was going to be revealed, he'd be like, no way.
Yeah, I would have been like,
No
I'll bet
way.
you money that it's not going to be
I bet
revealed.
you money it won't be revealed. And then boom.
They started off. This was the starting off the show. The announcement of starting off the show with this reveal. And we're gonna post a picture of it eventually, like on the chat or in the window.
It is very interesting. With this new generation, we have a new form factor, and it looks like a fridge. I've actually seen
the form factor is is a cute footprint, so it's basically a box.
Yeah,
And
it's like a standing box.
The new Xbox controller is a little different. It's really not that different, but it's a little different.
Looks the same.
It looks the same as the Pro controller now,
The Elite Series 2 controller,
but with
pretty much.
Yeah, but with a share button.
Yeah, it's got a share
added
button
to
in the
it.
middle.
But
Which is
other
cool.
than that, I mean, don't fix it's not broken, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at PlayStation. Like,
It's just not broken, right?
so basically, the kind of rough dimensions, because GameSpot actually had an exclusive about some of these details, and the width of the system is actually about the same width as the controller, which is, what did I write down
like
here?
4 or 5 inches or something like that.
I wrote down 6 inches wide. So 6 inches wide, all right, not too bad. And then it's about 7 to 9 inches tall, because it said it's about 3 times the height of a Xbox One controller.
I see 9. Yeah, that makes
What
sense.
do you guys think of that? How does it look? Like, what do you guys think of the look?
I can't.
Do you like it? Not like it?
It's a little cumbersome because what a lot of people do with their game systems is they have it in their entertainment center and it's
You
usually,
can
like,
turn it down on its
in
side.
like a shelf or something. So I guess in that sense it's a little cumbersome because even if you put it on the side, it's like thick. It's a thick box.
It is 6. Yeah, because it would be 6 inches thick in that case.
But technically speaking, you shouldn't really be holding your consoles in such a small space. Anyways,
sorry,
so-
audio, everybody.
That's a lightning alarm, guys. That
Sorry,
means,
that's not us. We can't. We don't have any
lightning
control
warning.
over that.
There's a lake right there.
So yeah. So first impressions, Sig. What do you think? What do you think of that thing? Looks good. Looks bad.
It's the trend, man. I'm fine with it. It's
Very minimalist.
It doesn't like you're not standing up on your third leg or anything, but it's all right.
Yeah. What's encouraging
Well, if you put it sideways, the Xbox symbol's going to be sideways.
is it
Eh.
this
So what?
may lead the charge to make gaming oriented devices look so damn not so alienish. Like when you can think about gaming laptops, they just look so out of this world.
Yeah.
Industrial was the word that was used to describe that kind of. It looks very industrial.
Yeah, but industrial can also still look crazy.
Yeah.
I like the toned down. Look. I like it.
There's also a green. There's also like the top of it is like kind of curved inwards into the system, and it has like a green light at the
It has,
top,
like,
so you might be able to
LEDs at the
see
top.
that light.
I mean,
which
the
would be
lights
cool.
will change colors.
Maybe.
Giving you different
I
indications.
actually don't like that.
You don't like the light?
You don't like...
You may be able to see it. I don't really know.
So
I
you don't like the concave vent at the top with lights
With the light
going
coming
through? You don't like that at all?
It doesn't match the rest of the.
You think it should just be
like a
It's
straight,
pretty
flat
much straight, but
Bro,
with vent holes.
If the top, they would have made it like a polished metal across the very top.
I feel like they need like an
I
accent
think that would've
color.
been sick, yeah. But like that neon green coming out of it, looked like an RGB like laptop. I don't know. It just I thought that killed it. When I saw it, I'm like, all right, that's cool. And then when they said
Light
that,
show.
yeah.
Really, I kind of
Yeah.
like it. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of unique with the concave look.
It's interesting. It's interesting, like the evolution of how consoles have been looking since
Yeah.
like their inception. Like, I mean, think back to like the first gen Xbox. Like it was literally like this crazy looking black box with a big freaking X on it, and then like the PlayStation was like this weird circular thing where you like pop it up and this opens up.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
strange.
And there was like the GameCube. Like what the fuck was that?
That's
It was,
the
cube. Like
that's the high end model. That's the Anaconda model that they're showing us, like the high end one, because
so
it has a disc drive in
they'll
it.
have another one without a disc drive.
Now,
too.
what do you think of the name Series X? Xbox
I hate it,
Series
man.
X.
I hate it.
I don't.
I'm not,
Why couldn't
I'm
they just
not
do
a fan.
Xbox 2?
There's too many X's,
Stupid,
bro. Too
I think
many
it's
X's.
dumb.
You got 3 X's in there.
I think it's going to cause mass confusion. First of all, because you have Xbox One X, and now you have Xbox Series X.
Dude, think of all like the
all the
like
Mom and
the
dads.
parents and like the grandparents blissfully unaware of the differences in consoles, and they go up like, yeah, let me get the Xbox X thingy. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And they give you Xbox One X.
Yeah.
and then your kid's gonna be like,
Your
"Ah!"
kid's like, what the fuck, mom?
See,
But,
there's something about having numbers. It makes the older one feel more outdated, and it encourages someone
Right.
to upgrade. Like,
Well,
you're like, oh, I got
I
a
think
PS3. You're like,
going-
oh, it's a 3.
Honestly, I think Xbox kind of shot themselves in the foot from the very beginning by coming up with such a weird scheme. Because first was Xbox, and then Xbox 360, and then Xbox One. Like, what the hell's happening there? PlayStation's like, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And now they have to get even more creative, and they can't call it Xbox 2 because that would be misleading too. And
Why?
so
well, Series.
I feel like it would be. Because it'd be like the Xbox, and the Xbox One is technically the second Xbox, and the Xbox 2 would be like
yeah, but
the
average
third.
consumers aren't gonna
Yeah.
know that. Average consumers
I
aren't
don't
gonna
know.
know that.
I think Xbox 2 also sounds weirder.
I think Series X is very interesting. That gives us a lot of credence to the leak that we're about to talk about right now, about how there's two systems, because it's a series. This is Series X. Maybe because this is the Anaconda model. Maybe the Lockhart model will be like Series S or Series something. Like it'll be Xbox Series whatever.
Hasn't Microsoft had like multiple Series X devices or something like that? Like they'll have.
They do X with a lot. They're doing that on their like Surface Pro X, Windows 10 X.
This weird
like,
theme they got going on here.
It's supposed to be the X is supposed to denote like the highest version of that thing. That's why Xbox One X is like the highest version of it.
Fetish for
so
the letter
Series X will be like the highest version of that.
I should call it the
Xbox.
The X Tower.
X Tower. I like it, dude. But basically, we had a leak detailing some of these specs actually.
The Xpire.
And this is a very credible leak. Windows Central and GameSpot both said they have full confidence. Oh, thank you!
Yay!
We got a sub.
We got a sub. It's our next sub of the month.
Thank you.
He's been a subscriber for 2 months.
Woo!
Good guy.
Nice, good stuff.
Shots.
Shots. We don't have any drinks. I'm gonna chug this coffee for you.
Yeah, so basically, the leak that I'm about to tell you guys about, let me get your thoughts on it too, is the CPU for both systems, Anaconda and Lockhart. Now we're talking about next-gen Xbox here. Only.
Next gen.
The CPUs for both systems will be 8 cores, clocked around 3.5 gigahertz, which is a lot for a console. But the Anaconda version will be clocked a tad higher than that, to kind of reach a little higher. The, let's see here, the Anaconda is targeting 12 teraflops of computing power, which is a lot. And the Lockhart is targeting 4 teraflops of computing power.
Okay.
So that's a pretty substantial difference there. And compared to the Xbox One X that has 6 teraflops, the Xbox One S has 1.4. So this is a huge jump. This is like
so this is
massive jump.
Significantly more powerful
Than
the baby
And
Yes.
the S.
Than the X.
How much? Than the X.
Yes.
Woo! Current.
Wow.
It's like 4 times
powerful
stronger.
one.
It's like 4 times stronger.
Yikes.
For what price?
And the rumored price is going to be $500. The rumored price.
What?
Because Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, did say we will not be out of position with price or performance for the next gen system. So that tells me $500. That
Honestly,
screams $500 to me.
I mean, you gotta be competitively, yeah.
Yeah. And then let's see here. The RAM on this system is going to be massive. It's going to be 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM, I mind you, which is the highest, one of the highest end RAM
seems like a lot.
thing you can have.
Like, do you really need that much?
Yeah, I do believe this. Yeah.
You really think?
Yeah, I think so.
All this for $500?
13 gigs of RAM will be allocated specifically for gaming, while 3 gigabytes of RAM will be just for the OS itself. Now, again, let's compare that to the Xbox One X that has 9 gigabytes of RAM for games based on whatever the OS is doing. So it's kind of teetering with that 9.
I see.
So this is a lot.
So
this
the OS
is a big
takes
jump.
whatever that it'll give.
Yeah.
I see.
And then both next-gen systems will have NVMe SSD proprietary memory tech, which is extremely high-end, and that will pretty much eliminate, as they say, this is their words, almost eliminate load times, which is amazing. Like, really amazing. An example they gave was a game that has a minute load time was reduced to a few seconds. That's what they said.
That would be crazy.
The SSDs in these consoles will also have VRAM, which is virtual RAM. This is kind of getting into the pretty nitty-gritty of the PC world here.
stuff.
Virtual RAM is basically, like, imagine like you know how you have hotkeys on your computer to do stuff? It's like that, but for RAM. So it'll be like, hey, allocate X amount of RAM for this game at this time, and keep feeding it into this pool.
Just like always be ready.
Yeah, so that's how they're kind of getting around the loading times of like, it's always going to have a small pool of RAM loading the next thing.
That's so cool.
Which is why you have a really fast CPU to give them that speed of how the SSDs can handle that transfer speed, which is super cool.
Yeah, that is super cool. I just remember the super long waiting.
And this is this Windows Central had the article up. Again, Dealer on YouTube, Dealer Gaming. He called all this like probably a year ago, I'd say. So he's very in the know. So a lot of credit goes to him too. What do you guys think about all this information I just told you? Like, this is crazy. Like, what do you?
It's very surprising that it's going to be $500, considering how powerful this is going to be.
Do you think it'll be more? Do you think it'll be $600?
No, I think it'll be $500.
What do you think, Sig? Looking at this whole thing, $500 is pretty crazy.
They must have some really good partnerships with.
Well, it's AMD. AMD's making all their stuff.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because AMD is also making Sony stuff. So AMD's like, oh, we'll help you. Oh, we'll also help you. Oh, what is that? Google Stadia? We'll help you guys too.
AMD is
AMD's doing it all.
Sitting very pretty with this new console generation.
Oh yeah. So this is super interesting because like,
And it's gonna have ray tracing too.
it will have ray tracing at the hardware level, but it will not be as good as ray tracing on NVIDIA cards because it just can't be done. It just can't be done.
Okay.
So it will have hardware and software ray tracing in it. Only the Anaconda will have that. The Lockhart will not because, I mean, it just can't do it. Like,
Yeah. I
just can't do it.
You want to
So
have
that's
a portable one.
that Anaconda system. The Series X is aiming for $500 is what the word on the street is, and the Lockhart system, the Series whatever the hell, is aiming for $350. Pretty good. It's pretty good.
Honestly.
I just I don't know,
I think-
hype you up for next gen or next, like the upcoming year.
I just think it's crazy how powerful these consoles are getting. And that just means you'll have bigger games, cooler games.
And they actually did
Bigger
show
things.
off a game that's in early development that Phil Spencer said takes full advantage of the capabilities of this console, of the Series X.
That
And the
was-
game they showed off was from Ninja Theory, who I love. I love Ninja Theory. They're so cool.
Is that
Even
the-
though they did make a Devil May Cry game that was okay. It was alright.
It was fine on its own.
It was okay. They showed off Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga, which is a sequel to Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And man, dude, it might be the most beautiful trailer I've ever seen. Like, it is so intense that I had to, like, not look away, but, like, it was very intense. It was really in your face. And I'd really, really recommend checking that trailer out. I love that first game, and I'd love to see a small studio. That studio was like 30 people when it made Hellblade 1. And now they're a Microsoft-owned studio with all this money and budget.
Ooh.
Hell yeah, give me that next game.
Good job for those guys, man.
So yeah, really, really, really excited about
Play
that.
game.
So like,
You don't like the light on the top, man? I think it looks slick.
I think it kills the.
oh, I like
the
it,
rest
dude.
of the rest of the theme.
Yeah, so tell us what you guys think in the chat about the Xbox.
What are you guys' thoughts on the Xbox? Is it
There's a resetter poll up right now, and it's pretty split on whether people like it or not. It's either I like it or it's fine. Like there's pretty much the.
I've seen a lot of people just like, oh my god, it's ugly.
Like-
It's sad. I kind of like it.
The main thing is
It's
this
very
is setting,
aesthetic. Like you don't really have to hide it, you know. Like
You just have that running. For
you just
the
have
whole
that like put
episode.
like right next to your TV, and it's not gonna look like ugly or anything. You
That's
know?
the thing. When you look at the living room, the featured device is never your console. In fact, you want to hide it.
Like my Xbox is like in a shelf.
Yeah.
I close the door.
So,
and
Oh, mine's
yeah.
right on my.
The TV is prime time. That's the TV, and maybe your
Like,
cabinetry.
it's like that, like
fancy
you know,
cabinets.
sound bar,
Yeah.
knickknacks and stuff. But like,
Very rarely is it the console.
yeah,
that's
you don't want to
featured.
put your console like front and center. But that one, like, I would give that its own little corner, right on top, and like that's the corner. Yeah. I mean, my Switch, I hide behind my TV. I don't know what to do that.
That thing looks ugly too.
I have everything just like laid out right on there. Like you can see everything.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool. I like it's. I love how they're pushing the envelope with the hardware.
Mhm.
I love what they're doing with Game Pass Ultimate.
They're actually going to be able to hold a candle to PC now.
Yeah. I like what Microsoft's doing.
How do you think this will affect PlayStation at all? Do you think
This
they'll
forces them to
reveal a little sooner maybe than they thought?
Yeah.
They're definitely. I think they're gonna. The rumor is February. They'll have a reveal just like they did PlayStation 4. But they gotta bring something because they brought. Man, that Hellblade looked awesome. So they did. However, PlayStation did follow up Xbox's announcement with their own giant announcement of a PlayStation 5 launch title that was called Godfall.
That looks
It looks
really interesting.
sick.
Like
It looks.
there's like an in-game cinematic
Wild.
trailer so far. So like it doesn't really show any gameplay, but you get a pretty good feel for what's going on.
Yeah, both trailers they showed, Xbox showed Hellblade 2, that was rendered in engine, and Godfall on PS5 was also rendered in engine. And you could tell, like,
Yeah.
it's next gen. Like,
It's-
this is next gen.
Yeah. and it's allegedly supposed to be some sort of like slasher looter.
Yeah, looter
Kinda
slasher, which is cool.
You know, like how Destiny's like a looter shooter. Well, like instead of that, it's like a looter slasher.
Which I'm down.
Which I mean, it's a new game type that I.
Yeah,
would
it's a new IP, and to launch a new console with a new IP is always good because you get that.
Oh, Deepulu doesn't like the button.
No, he doesn't like it.
Is that an actual button? What is this peasant shit? Ugly.
You just wanted like a touch,
It should be a clapper. Xbox eject.
But yeah, so that PS5 launch title is also coming to PC, which is very interesting.
Really?
Yeah, at the same time, no doubt.
So it's only PlayStation 5 and PC.
Yes.
They own Mixer, right, Microsoft?
Yes.
I wonder why they didn't put a just a simple little webcam, like not like what they were doing with Kinect. Let me finish. If they put a webcam there with one button to start streaming to Mixer. If you don't want the webcam, just have a door, just something, just close it, so people feel comfortable that people aren't watching. But to make it, you want to make it easy for people to stream. You want people to use Mixer on your console, push a button, boop, and now they're streaming. They got their game on there, and then there's the little mini screen. Do all the setup for them. People would use the crap out of that.
They would.
I think so.
I don't know
people don't really stream video
They don't.
on Xbox. They do it on PlayStation.
They do it on PlayStation because it's easy on PlayStation.
It's easy on PlayStation.
Make it even easier, dude.
It's all set up.
Put a little camera there, just boop, push a button. I'm streaming, baby. I love, that it'd be blinking red. You're live, and then if you're done, hit the button. Boop.
It could be the
LED
Xbox
on top.
button. It could be the Xbox button.
Right.
It could be like white when it's in standby. Push it. It's green when it's streaming.
But for the
Boom.
people that have privacy issues with that, then make it a door, a lid that you could just close. Just done. Now you're not spying on me.
Put a sticky note on there, man.
But I mean, that would have gone. I think something like that would have been way more effective to push Mixer than bringing on Shroud and
They could.
and Ninja and all them.
I feel like
I think people
I
would've
feel like
rejected
that
it.
could be in the cards. They're just not going to sell it with the console, possibly as an effort to keep the price down. So it might be they'll have some sort of camera or Kinect style device that you can buy separately. Yeah, but this is Xbox. They don't want to just do a webcam. It needs to be like the X cam. Like it's gotta be something
The X cam. That's
special.
sexy. Is this the sexy box? Like
The sex box.
That's a porno console. The when you're streaming, that little window that shows you on the bottom corner, it doesn't need to be a very great
no, not
camera.
really.
It's just a little
Yeah, it's just helps when people can see your face.
300 by 150.
See what kind of funny faces you're making while you're playing.
I should have streamed yesterday, dude. I was freaking out. I was losing my mind. I was freaking out.
Oh.
Like, when they dropped this, I was screaming, and then when they showed a Hellblade game, I fucking lost it, dude. I was like, I stood up, and I was like, yeah! Like, I was so happy. Like,
He has told me to play Hellblade probably
so
once
good.
a month.
But, yeah, so that's cool. Cool announcements. Cool.
Oh, man.
Let's see what else we got going on here. Oh, there's a new Ghost of Tsushima trailer.
Yes.
Looks so cool.
Yes, bitch.
It it started off pretty much like kind of slowish, I guess. But then they threw some gameplay in there, and it looks gorgeous. And
So, did they show... I didn't actually see the trailer yet. Did they show more, like...
it wasn't like
combat, or they showed the sneaky stuff?
No,
like
it was more. It was more like
Or exploration or something like that.
it wasn't too much combat. It wasn't like
Kind of like
it wasn't like E3 where they showed like a bunch of combat. It was more just like cut.
like showcases of like really cool
Yeah,
scenes
yeah.
and stuff.
And
I see.
man, you can go anywhere. It's like truly open
game's
world.
gonna
Just
be
get on your
awesome,
horse and
dude.
go, man.
It's like
But they also ended with I don't know what video we're pulling up here.
the trailer.
Oh. Okay, cool.
Can it handle it? I know we've
We'll
had
see.
issues.
I
We'll
know
see.
we've had
We'll
issues
see.
before, but-
All right, folks, we're gonna try
Have we
playing
done
a
this with
video
the
in the
computer?
background. So if it hiccups, let us know, please.
Yeah. What about the frames?
had
At the,
issues
what about the frames
sometimes
on the
with
bottom?
this.
It'll let us know.
Okay.
It'll say.
So this is the trailer right now for Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
well, just keep talking about it. So.
But yeah,
All right. So basically,
it's like an Assassin's Creed, kind of.
I,
but like more, but with just more, just like more of, probably more of a tighter sword combat, not as
I
much
know
of an
there will be.
emphasis on
I know there will be
assassinations.
sneaking and stealth and stuff.
Yeah, but it's probably more of like you choose how you.
Yeah, it's more
approach
like
the
here
situation.
is a bunch of enemies maybe in a clearing, and you
Yeah.
have like a bunch of terrain you can traverse to like
You can go up there
to like attack them
And,
or
like,
to do something.
Yeah, so you can just like run in and square up, or you can like try and take them out from afar, or sneak up
God,
behind
look
them
at
or
that scene; it's so
something.
cool, dude.
Look at that dude.
It
That dude shining.
they're
in
not
the
even
distance
talking,
there.
and it looks cool.
The dude shining in this. That's a whole lot of like. I'm not fucking with that. Like if that dude came up on the road that I'm traveling, I'd be like, no, I'm going the other
Like no,
way.
yeah, but you're not also like a badass warrior samurai that's
Nah,
trying
dude,
to fight,
something about that.
fight
guy.
other people. You
With
know,
the sun
Like,
shining in the background.
Do these types of games get
this is
repetitive?
in-game footage, by the way.
Because I
so
remember
know.
you guys like y'all hopped on the Sekiro
Mhm.
and before that Neo
Mhm.
and Dark Souls is like these two. Is it?
This is
similar, but this is probably closer to like Sekiro.
Man,
Does it
that's
get
gameplay
repetitive?
right there? Huh?
Does this type of genre get repetitive? You know, like
In different ways.
wandering
In
around
different
with a
ways.
sword?
Like for example, Neo would get repetitive to a certain extent because you can only do it so much. Like it doesn't really change too much when you go from iteration to iteration. It just gets more difficult.
Okay.
And that could still be fun, but you know, it's the games can I think it's more like the games can be repetitive for some,
Okay.
but for others like they can find so much more fun.
I
in it.
think
Like,
the setting also helps a lot.
Was repetitive, but for many people, like playing through Sekiro again and again, or restricting your way in a certain way, or trying to only play in a certain way, gives you more fun to it. And
Right.
Dark Souls, I feel like, out of all the games you mentioned, has the most replayability,
Yeah,
just
so-
because of the amount that you can
So
do.
what you're seeing now is like is actual in-game footage, because after this it'll transition into like gameplay. But he'll like walk away, but like it's very Sony first party trademark
I
of
the
like
masking thing, dude.
going from cinematics to gameplay extremely smoothly.
Cool.
God of War did it very well. Naughty Dog does it very well.
I like
And
this whole
let's
thing,
see.
man.
The developers also said about this game that if it can move, we're making it move in the game. So like, see how everything's moving in the background?
Mhm.
It gives you a
leaves
sense
and
of like
trees, like the world is
realism.
alive.
Yeah, boom, gameplay, baby, and then it
Ghost.
just and then it just camera turns and then he just walks off.
Pretty cool.
So
So
this
this looks
is-
like a game my brother would like.
So this is a set character.
Yeah, it's a story because it takes place during the Mongol invasion of the island of Tsushima in Japan,
Mhm.
which is a real thing.
Yeah.
So
By
yeah,
the way,
pretty
this
excited.
video
Oh,
is
they have a whole orchestra?
compliments of Gamers Pray. Gamers Pray.
They have a whole orchestra. That's cool.
Yeah, dude. And then it actually ended with a summer 2020 release window, which
Ooh.
is super cool, man.
It
God,
looks
look how
awesome,
cool that is.
dude. It's like the scale of Red Dead in terms of like
The
traveling and the world and stuff, but it's like the movement and the gameplay of like a Sekiro title. But
Yeah, I'm super amped for that
Yeah.
game. So summer 2020, that's really cool. My prediction is it's going to be July or August because Last of Us 2 comes out in May. You got to leave some breathing room for that game to kind
Yeah,
of
you gotta let
do
that
its thing.
that's
So
gotta digest,
not going to
yeah.
be in June. It's going to be in July or August. My money's on August.
Oh, and
That
we weren't
makes sense.
clipping.
A
The new
fall
upgrades
title.
worked. We weren't clipping during that video.
let's go.
Hell yeah! So now we can
Oh.
show more
We can
stuff.
show- yeah.
And we can like
Hell yeah.
have videos playing and stuff.
Cool. You should show that Godfall trailer.
Yeah, we can put that one on.
Is that on
Um,
Yeah, it
Let's
is.
see.
It's
So
got, yeah.
PlayStation 4. That was the rest of the state of play. Or was there?
No, well, for what? For PlayStation? Because that trailer was an extended trailer at Game Awards, and at State of Play they actually showed the
Oh, I thought you
first
were-
minute of that trailer.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the state of play right now.
No, because yeah. So that was shown off. That looks cool. Oh, this is Godfall. Actually, this is the new PS5 launch title by Counterplay Games,
God damn
new
it.
studio. Oh, no, it's not a new studio.
So this
but
won't be for PS4.
I am unsure.
I really hope it is.
I am unsure.
I don't.
Man.
I don't want to buy the new console day and date. To be honest, I want to.
Just like look at this next scene.
I wanna wait as
It's
long as
so
I can.
cool. Like you can tell this is next gen.
This is also in-game footage.
This is in-game footage.
This is like rendered in engine.
So for the podcast listeners, we're watching like it's kind of the trailer of Godfall. It's like kind of very high fantasy, armor,
Very
swords,
Final Fantasy like with armor and
monsters,
stuff.
elemental effects on weapons. It looks like it might be co-op because there's multiple characters there.
I'm guessing you play as a god.
This is a
That
slasher
fell.
looter. God, look how cool that looks.
You play as a fallen god.
I don't know. I don't really know anything about it. I just know that scene is super cool.
Makes sense to me.
And then it comes out on PlayStation.
Yeah, that totally piqued
5.
my interest.
Holiday 2020
2020.
launch title for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah,
Very cool.
totally gonna happen.
Yeah, good stuff. So, next year's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, what else I got coming out in 2020?
Oh my god, I can't even name it all.
Okay.
So basically, going through the rest of the Game Awards, there was another game shown that I want to shout out. Naraka Blade Point by a Chinese studio. Looks very cool. Looks kind of like Sekiro mixed with something else that I can't think of, but it looks very cool.
Mm-hmm.
New
On
World-
IGN,
Oh,
Division Matrix, Godfall will be available on PC also.
Dope. And then New World, the new game by Amazon Game Studios that we actually played once, made an appearance, and it looks so
That's
different.
True. We did play that early access.
It looks
Forgot about that.
literally 100% different. It looks like a different game.
Does it?
It looks awesome though.
Does
It
the
looks
other one-
really cool.
The other one looked like Ark.
Yeah, this does not look like that. But it looks very cool, very kind of a dark atmosphere going on.
Okay.
So I like it. Okay.
Okay.
What else you guys want to talk about? Because that's really the majority of like the headlines. There was a state of play from PlayStation, but it really, compared to this, like I really didn't do much.
I want to talk about the Game Awards.
Okay.
It felt like a long commercial with awards kind of sprinkled in between.
A long commercial with awards sprinkled.
Well,
in
the
between.
announcements are a major part of the show. Like, a lot of people go there just for the announcements. Like, I care who wins, but like it's not gonna ruin my day or anything. But
It made my day.
yeah, it'll make my day because of the announcements.
Oh, okay.
It's very much geared towards announcements, and awards are there, but it's more of like, yo, come here, show your games. It's the end of the year. We're going into the next year. Get people
I
excited.
get it, but like we went through all the highlights rather quickly, but there was like hours and hours of like fluff like nobody cares about, like that. There was like Apex Legends events and all.
Oh
this.
yeah.
I'm like, they're paying top dollar to get some exposure
Yeah, but I
on
mean,
this
you need-
show. It just felt like a too much.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess you have to draw the line somewhere. You know, you need to fund the show somehow. So,
true.
but I mean, it's getting better. Like last year, it was definitely better than last year's, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did.
And then
mention
the year
this
before
year's
that
stuff.
was not great.
Not great, so
Like
it's
the
getting
Game
better.
Awards really have come a long way.
Yeah. And like at the end of the show with the Fast and Furious people.
Oh, that was
I was like
that
so
was
cringy.
bad. That was not great.
Wait, they had people from Fast.
Yeah,
and
dude,
Furious?
Vin Diesel and
Michelle
freaking-
Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez came out because they came out with a game called Fast and Furious Crossroads, and it's coming to PS4 and Xbox and Steam.
Yeah, it was
But
very cringy.
It didn't look
to
good.
end the show like what?
Yes.
Here's a hot take. Out of all the series in the world that need to stop, it's Fast and the Furious. Stop.
No, they're making 10 of them, dude.
It's
the
over.
plan.
Make
Stop
it
it.
up, man.
It's done. We got it. One's fast, one's furious, and they get faster and furiouser every time. Stop.
Yeah, they had them announce like Game of the Year, and I was like, ugh, shouldn't have ended on this.
Damn
It
it.
was it's
Every time I see that, it just puts a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, why?
yeah,
that orchestra was sick.
Oh yeah, it was cool.
That's cool, man. Yeah.
That
really
orchestra
cool.
was sick. When they were playing the Smash tune,
It was very cool because you're just like, man,
I
I want
didn't
to
see that
hear
part.
this.
Oh,
Like,
they
dude,
played like the opening song.
It was
Yeah.
hype, dude. It was hype.
The
And then,
World of Light or whatever.
oh
yeah.
man, but I didn't think it would sound so cool with the orchestra. It sounded badass with the orchestra.
That's a beautiful song, honestly.
It sounded really cool. Yeah, I
Okay.
mean the Game Awards is kind of it's got its cringy moments for sure, but it is getting better. It is getting better.
Yeah. Don't
But man, there are some good announcements.
people from Fast and Furious in there, man. Come on. Even Fast and Furious fans don't care about that. Dude. Okay,
I guess,
so we're gonna
we should
continue.
talk
I
about
want to talk about
PlayStation really quick. So basically,
Yeah.
PlayStation had their state of play on what day was this thing?
the
Tuesday? Was it did I write Tuesday on here?
the Tuesday.
The highlights are below. I'll kind of read them out for you. Dreams has left early access. It's getting a release date February 14th.
Mhm.
Pretty cool. Man, I don't know how you're going to market that game, but good luck. Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting DLC called Remind on January 23rd. Whatever. kind of over that.
It's a lot.
For Hunting Grounds, gets a launch date of April 24th. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Game
it's
looks
kind of
pretty
like
sick.
Friday the 13th or something. That sounds cool.
Yeah, and then Babylon's Fall gets a really cool combat trailer. That's by Square Enix, coming next summer. More information coming next summer. Resident Evil 3 Remake gets a launch date of April 3rd, 2020. And
Wow.
did you see the release,
Really soon.
the trailer for that? It was cool, dude. It was really cool. Like, it started off with in first person. So it was like, what the hell's going on? She's like running around, and the first person was really good. Like, she would slam the door. Like, it looks real.
Which game is that?
Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Oh. And
And she's like running through. Freaking Nemesis comes down, breaks a door. She's like screaming, runs through, busts through a door fire, hits a wall. And she's like, ugh. She turns around, and then it cuts to third person, and it reveals Jill, the character, who was the first person character. It's very cool.
Is it going to be playable in first person?
I don't know. I think some
Because
parts
they
of it
did
might
Resident
be.
Evil Biohazard was all first person.
Yeah, so they
Resident
might
Evil does work first person.
they might weave it into this, which would be cool. And
maybe it would be like maybe it'll be like it switches depending on the situation. Like if
Maybe.
if it's like a chase scene, like if Nemesis is chasing you, then it goes to third person.
maybe
Or like-
that would be cool.
Or maybe you just have the ability to switch on the fly.
But it looks really cool. Jill looks great. Obviously, she looks
course.
awesome. Carlos looks good. I actually know his last name now. It's Oliveira, which makes a lot of sense.
That's like one of the characters from Resident Evil I literally just do not know at all.
Why does she look like Natalie Portman?
Does she?
I don't know. I don't think she looks like Natalie
No.
Portman.
And this screenshot of
I like that
Resident
shot
Evil
of her, man. She's like, "Yo, I'm ready. Let's take down some zombies, man."
And
And Resident Evil 3 takes place, I think, around the same time, or at the same time as Resident Evil 2. So you get like a different perspective of what's happening.
You're right.
Which is really cool.
Because this is in Raccoon City.
Which reminds me, so I was talking about Hollywood and the video games, Natalie Portman and the Fast and Furious. The Death Stranding dude, the guy from Walking Dead, what's his name?
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus. And did he just usher in a whole new era of just hiring actors to play in video games?
Not necessarily. It's been a thing for a while. It has definitely started to ramp up recently. Like
Yeah.
I remember one of the Call of Duty titles. It was Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
Kevin
he was
Spacey
in Advanced.
was the
Infinite.
bad guy in one of the Call of Duty titles
Okay.
like years ago. But
But they didn't market it. They didn't market it with
They-
Kevin Spacey
No,
at
they
the
did.
cover.
They did. It's like
Oh,
all
they
the
did.
trailers like
He wasn't on the cover of the
Kevin Spacey.
game, but like
It's
he
like
was
all the
in the
trailers,
material.
like you would see Kevin Spacey's in them, and they made him look good too.
Okay. But you didn't play him.
No, he was the bad guy. He was the antagonist.
I don't like that trend. I don't like seeing...
You don't like seeing actors in games not being the player character.
Yeah.
You'd
Oh,
rather,
so you
you'd
want
rather
them to
they
be
be
the
the
player
player character.
No. I
Or
don't...
you just don't want them in there in general.
Yeah, I don't want them in there.
why?
I don't really have a problem with it.
I don't know.
I guess I don't have a problem with it.
I feel like
I separate the two.
It like legitimizes gaming to the mainstream because it's like, oh, you got this big actor. I guess this
Yeah.
this medium is like
They see
taking
Keanu
it up
Reeves,
now.
And they're like, oh man.
Even though like the video
This
game
is a real
industry
game.
dwarfs the movie industry in money.
Yeah.
Like literally makes so much more money.
Probably dwarfs like every entertainment industry.
I don't know. I guess.
I'm okay with it as long as the role
gotta be
the
tasteful.
role is good.
If it's done tastefully.
But I think it is an opportunity for people, like maybe you're a smaller time actor and then you do a game and then like maybe some movie producer's like, holy crap, that was awesome. Like I need to
like that.
Because
I need to
games
find
that
this
point
actor.
where like
That's cool.
being in those games is like you're literally acting. Like you're wearing all that mocap
Like
and
like
weird
when they
suits
did God
and
of
stuff.
War, Christopher Judge, he did Stargate SG-1, but his career was kind of on a downturn, and he did that, and people were like, "Yo, dude, that was awesome. We
Guy's a
want you."
Great
Like,
actor.
I like that.
and
cool.
the girl that played Melina Jurgens, the girl that plays Senua in Hellblade, she got approached immediately to get movie roles because of her acting.
That's cool.
She's also a
That's
video
really
editor.
cool.
It's really cool.
So
That's cool because then the game discovers the actor.
Yeah.
The other way around, it doesn't.
You think it's
sit
too
well
like
with me.
it's like trying to like your
It's
game
trying
is
too
trying
hard.
to be more than trying too hard.
Do you
yeah.
feel like
Death
Alright, so
Stranding?
you're afraid of
Yeah.
the game trying too hard to be like a movie or something like that?
Not to capitalize on the star power of an actor.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the game should be able to stand on its
It
own.
should be able to stand on its own. Like
So you
them
think-
adding in like Norman Reedus or
Yeah.
Kevin
Mads
Spacey should just
Mikkelsen,
be
like-
like
Yeah, like taking GTA 5, making the characters look and sound like the Fast and Furious characters, and calling it Fast and Furious is dumb to me. Like,
oh yeah, no, dude. If there's a game I'm playing and like the player character is Vin Diesel, I'm not playing it.
It's Vin Diesel.
It is Vin Diesel, yeah.
Not
Vin
playing.
Diesel's in there, Tyrese Gibson in
Oh
there,
my
and
God.
Michelle Rodriguez
I'm
are
not
all in
playing.
there.
Sorry. I don't even like your movies, dude. I'm not gonna play you.
Oh, there was another announcement I wanted to tell you guys about that was super cool. That is, I think, good for like the industry as a whole. Is The Wolf Among Us 2 got announced, and The Wolf Among Us was, I think, one of Telltale's best games,
Mhm.
and it's really good to see, like, because Telltale kind of rose from the ashes, and now they're like, hey, we're working on stuff again. We're back.
That's really cool.
We're back again. Like,
Yeah.
please pay attention. Like, I think it's really cool to see like that story kind of unfold into a new opportunity for a new game. So it's really cool to see Telltale kind of still.
I think the whole idea
Still
of
there.
Telltale being like as successful as it is really interesting.
Yeah, it's cool.
Like they make a game that's basically like a book, and people loved it.
They're the ones that went out of business, right?
Yeah, but now they're back.
They're back. Okay.
So, which is really cool. Really, like, good to see that.
That's cool.
This is The Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, I guess you play as like a werewolf. I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
the gameplay? It's like a comic book?
I never played the Telltale games before, like The Walking Dead.
It's
So-
like a lesser version of Detroit Become Human.
Gotcha.
Like, not lesser in plot or anything, just like in budget.
And like,
But it looks like that,
it's-
like a
I think
comic
it's
book.
lesser in it looks like
Yeah.
that.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
lesser in terms of what you actually do because most of the time it's like choices. Like you play as a character going throughout the story. Like imagine like a movie, but you make choices every step of the way.
Yo, Pillows, you should try this. He's a good artist. You know, he could draw us. He could.
Okay.
Loses?
Yeah, he's a sick artist.
Okay, Los.
He might like that.
Yeah,
That's
that
pretty
might be
cool.
up his alley, honestly.
Cool.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of little news
Was
I
there
want
any
to talk
other
about.
cool announcements that I missed? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go and finish up and go through these last little stuff because there are some interesting things that happened. So we got MLB The Show will no longer be exclusive to PlayStation, and it will become all platforms by 2021. So if you are a baseball fan, look out for that.
Yeah, that's coming to Xbox and Nintendo Switch. And
Which-
I am not.
I don't think.
I don't know about
really
PC
see why
actually.
sports games would even be like exclusive anymore.
Well, because it's called because
Well,
we
we
signed
own
we signed the exclusive deal. That's why.
That's true.
But this is actually interesting because the rumor is that MLB, their contract was up with Sony, and MLB was like, "Listen, Sony, we want our games on more platforms, so you either develop them and then outsource them to other platforms, or you don't get this deal." Which is like, oh, okay, like, all right,
I mean, that was a fair trade right there.
pretty fair. Which is interesting because Sony San Diego will still be developing this game, but they'll be like sending it out to like
This
Xbox
is the
Studios.
first time Sony will be developing a game that will go to Xbox.
Yeah, it's pretty
This
crazy.
is interesting, actually. Like, when you start up the game, it's going to say, like, Sony, like, whatever
Yeah,
studios.
Sony, yeah, which is wild.
Which is really weird. And then, like, right after that, it'll be, like, Xbox.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Doom turned 26 years old on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Doom.
Woo!
This is one of the granddaddies of modern first-person shooters, so that's very cool.
That's awesome.
Devil May Cry,
Man,
Pinnacle
how
of
old is-
Combats. Actually, it was a
that is.
game that was announced back in 2017, but I didn't even know about it until, like, this week. So Devil May Cry, Pinnacle of Combat is actually a full-fledged mobile version of Devil May Cry. You play as Dante, you got crazy combos and all that stuff. Anyways, that was pushed back to 2020, and
Good.
it looks interesting. Also, another thing for mobile, Black Desert Online mobile was released today, and people are actually really liking it. This is not just like a straight up port from the PC version. Like, they literally revamped the combat from the ground up so that it actually worked in mobile. So it's actually a lot more of like an isometric view, whereas like on PC or on console, like it's third person, like you're seeing the back.
Yeah, it's behind the shoulder.
So it's very interesting, but apparently it works well.
That's okay.
Also, this is something that came up last week, but something I forgot to mention last week, and actually Deeply reminded me last Friday. But there is a game is set to release on Steam in the future. It's to be decided still for the release date. It is called I Am Jesus Christ. It is a literal simulator that puts you in the sandals of Jesus during the stories. So that story tells itself. I don't really have anything else to add.
you can
You play as Jesus.
You can write your own parodies on
There
that
you
one.
go. Yeah. That totally writes itself. Minecraft on PS4 is getting the Bedrock Edition update on December 10th. The update unifies PS4 Minecraft, enabling crossplay with Xbox, PC, Switch, and mobile.
Nice.
So
coming
now,
down. Those walls are
here's that
coming down.
Yeah, which is all gaming just going to be like just completely just open. Also, new possible news for Half-Life Alyx. The developers have stated that they are open to the idea of releasing Half-Life Alyx to PSVR. Nothing has been confirmed yet. This is just something they said that they're open to. So far at launch, it's still going to be Steam exclusive. If it is going to happen, I think it'll launch exclusively on Steam at launch, when it actually comes out, and then months or so, or maybe even a year later, it's when it'll actually come out to PSVR. So that is interesting.
Oh, Tales from the Borderlands is actually regarded as Telltale's best.
Yeah.
And then Wolf Among Us is their best original.
That was the original one, because they've also done The Walking Dead and Borderlands.
They did Game of Thrones too.
Did they do Game of Thrones?
Yeah, it wasn't good though.
So yeah, a little rapid fire news. We talked a little about it last week. Bayonetta and Vanquish remasters.
Yo, I'm excited about that.
These are confirmed to happen February 18th, 2020, so very soon.
Oh, I'm excited about that. I want to play those.
Highly
Especially Bayonetta
recommend
in 4K.
trying those games out, man. If you like action games, try both of them out. They're super sick. Like Bayonetta is like Devil May Cry, but you play as a girl, and Vanquish is like Devil May Cry, but you play as a high tech armored dude with a jet suit. I don't know. It's fucking cool looking. Nintendo
Especially
Switch.
Bayonetta.
Yeah. Nintendo Switch has officially surpassed the Xbox One in worldwide sales.
That's wild.
That's pretty crazy.
Let's kind of sit on that
Nintendo, who has been kind of the leader, has definitely been the leader of the mobile market, or the handheld market for a long time now, actually beat Xbox in terms of total units sold.
That's wild. Because
So
Xbox came out in 2013, I think, or 2014. Switch came out in 2017.
How did they do that if since Xbox has stopped publishing their sales numbers for the past 2 years? How did they come up with that estimate?
I don't know, but it's probably true. I would not doubt it. To be honest, I wouldn't doubt it. It makes sense. I really would not doubt it.
That's some quality reporting, folks. I mean, I would believe it, honestly.
I would too. It makes sense. Yeah. Like we all got Switches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, only
Switch is better exclusives than Xbox, which is pretty wild.
Better exclusives because they actually have exclusives.
And then this next new item is actually pretty funny. Phil Spencer said that Microsoft will call the next Xbox something appropriate, and that the name will describe its purpose. Now, this is kind of irrelevant now because I didn't know the name of it before I wrote this down.
Series
That's cool.
X.
That's very.
How does Series X describe its purpose?
Yeah. Like I was like, oh, cool. We'll get the name soon. Awesome. The next night, like, oh my god.
This is like a time capsule. Because you wrote that on the punch list days ago. And
I wrote it on Tuesday.
So do you agree, JD? You were saying does it have a name that describes its purpose?
What? How does Series X describe its purpose?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess if what you were saying about how Microsoft describes their tech, where they say like X is supposed to be like the best one, or like the pinnacle of some crap, I don't know. So maybe I guess if like Series X is like, this is like the Xbox Series X is like the most powerful, badass Xbox that we've ever designed. And in which case, I guess that's descriptive, but like, not really. Like, I don't know. Like, if they were truly gonna be like next gen Xbox with a name that describes its purpose, you could call it like Game Rectangle. That would describe its purpose a lot
Game
more
Fridge.
than Series X.
Even Anaconda is a good name. Even the code name is good. Like,
Yeah, the code name was cooler.
The code name was cooler,
honestly.
and that's sad.
The code name was cooler, but I feel like if it was like an Anaconda, I don't know.
Dude, how sick would it be to have like some cool Xbox like accent line going all around the console? Like, be cool, dude. Like, I think it'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. Like it just wraps around.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be really neat.
Yeah, well, that's cool. And then, oh crap, look at that, dude. There's some new deals that we need to talk about.
Yes. So, Ashen has made its console debut and is available now for PS4 and Switch.
We should play that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should play
It
that.
actually was already playable on Xbox, actually.
Oh, really?
You can actually, I think it was on Game Pass, actually.
Nice.
But very cool game if you're into Dark Souls. I mean, I've heard it's probably one of the best indie, Dark Souls inspired indie games.
It's made from a studio in New Zealand.
It's very cool. It looks very cool. Also, we talked about it earlier, Disco Elysium, the game that won 3 awards. is 20% off until about midday tomorrow on Steam. That is $31.99 right now. Highly recommend getting that. I feel like I have
to support this game now.
Like, I'm really thinking about it. And which sucks is I'm thinking about getting Monster Hunter soon too. Holiday sale starts from December 19th to January 1st. You get 12 days of free games from the Epic Games Store.
Yeah, so look out for that. I'm not super sure what it entails. I don't know if it's going to be like a Steam winter sale type of thing, but I don't know.
Isn't that the Steam sale schedule too? December 19th?
I think so.
That's what I
think
heard.
it's literally those days.
But Steam doesn't really like say exactly do it. Like there's leaks. Because when I saw that date, it was like a leak or whatever.
When it gets closer, they do. But that's pretty exciting. So, man, I hope there's some cool games on there. I want to play Hades. That game's cool.
So what's this new BioShock?
Oh yeah, we're getting into the rumor section here now. So
grain of salt, folks. Grain of salt.
Yeah. So there's a new BioShock game in the works, codenamed Parkside, which is interesting. Ooh. It's been in the works for years under 2K. So 2K outsourced this game first. Didn't like what they were doing. So no. Brought it back in-house, and now they're working on it.
So that's mine.
This comes to us from Jason Schreier of Kotaku. He's got his sources. He knows what's up. So that's exciting, man. Give me a new BioShock. Give me a new BioShock on next gen.
I love me some BioShock,
my God,
dude. That'll be super cool.
I really like BioShock. BioShock
do you think they're like change anything? Do you think they're still gonna do like a legit first-person shooter? Or
I think they'll do
RPG aspects?
I think they'll do a first-person shooter because in their press release or whatever the hell they said, it was like bringing the first-person shooter action from BioShock. And I was like, oh, okay, all right, whatever. Yeah. I'd rather just the gunplay of Infinite with the vibe of 1. And that's the best
really
game
liked
you can make.
the vibe of the earlier BioShock when you're like in the water and it's like dark, it's gritty, it's scary.
Oh yeah. So that's super exciting. I'm a huge BioShock fan, so really excited about that one. Then we got a pretty crazy rumor here.
This is actually really huge.
So there's a rumor come to us from Xbox South Africa Twitter, which is at XboxZA, leaked or accidentally put up a list or something like that of upcoming Xbox Game Pass games. Now, some of these games listed here are not released yet and will be coming next year. There is no date of which some of these games will be coming to Game Pass in the article or anything.
So don't assume they're coming day and date. That's probably not going to happen.
I would not assume that at all.
Yeah.
I would never assume that, actually. The only ones I would assume that for are Xbox first parties.
Yeah.
So, some of the ones I bolded that I thought were interesting were Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, very cool. Cyberpunk 2077. I would hope that game waits at least a year to go to Game Pass, because it's a little insulting to CD Projekt Red, I think, to put that game on Game Pass immediately, which they will not do. Doom Eternal, that'll come later. Elden Ring, oh yeah, that'll definitely come later. Dying Light 2, these are all games I'm super amped about.
I can see that.
Some other games that will go to Game Pass that'll appeal to the other crowd out there. We got Crossfire, which is basically Crossfire X. Borderlands 3, Game Pass. Bleeding Edge, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Really excited about that one. The Division 2. Let's see, Forza Horizon 4. Lego Speed Champions, I'm pretty sure that's like an expansion. Halo Infinite, of course. And what else we got here that's interesting? Wasteland 3. So, and then there's the rest of the list is actually on our doc, which you can see in the link below on YouTube, hopefully sometime when we do that.
Whenever that happens.
But actually, what I've been doing is the description in YouTube. I'll put the date recorded, and then I'll put the link to the website.
I'm not a fan of that. No, it's not enough information for the video.
You're not a fan of the punch list being on.
No. I like that. Like on the video notes that I have.
The problem is it's too much duplicate content.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Duplicate content is bad.
Okay.
That's the word for word verbatim duplicate content. That's bad.
Too much. Yeah. Too much of the same.
We'll discuss it later.
Spammy.
We'll discuss it later, I guess.
No way. Alrighty, folks.
Yeah, so I mean that rounds out the rumor, and that's gonna probably end what we gotta talk about, because
well, we've already talked about our thoughts on the next Xbox.
Yeah.
So okay then.
Do you think PlayStation's gonna be a crazy form factor like Xbox? Like I did not like Xbox, but just go in a different direction, because I did not expect this look.
I think
like,
so.
At all.
I think this is their chance, because now we're having new components. New generation, new form factor, like a whole new probably design wholly new from the ground up. I mean,
So you want them to go in
I
a
would
crazy?
like them to.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
What if it was that, and then now they're like, oh crap.
It would have been exactly the same. They're like, God.
It's like, oh man, we need to change ours.
It's like exactly the same. It's just a PlayStation symbol instead of the Xbox. They're like, son of a bitch.
That'd be very
that'd
funny.
Cool. Maybe it's like the same dimensions. It's just circular instead of rectangular. There we go. Boom.
I was gonna, for our closing song, I was gonna play the "I Like Big Butt" song.
Oh yeah.
In
Because this is
Anaconda.
This also is episode 69. So
That's true. It is also episode
this
69.
is the FPS Guides
So we
super
can't-
steamy hot episode.
You guys agree?
Yeah, let's do it.
For
I mean,
real?
I'm not
I'm not against it.
against it. Like, I love that song.
It's a good song.
It's a great song. Alrighty. Well, whenever you get that song started, we'll go ahead and round out the stream. So, anyways, guys, thank you for stopping by. As always, listeners, we stream this podcast live. That means you can see our face every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/FPSGuides. Remember to smash them like and subscribe buttons. Oh, I'm sorry. Those follow and subscribe buttons. You can check out our
Hit
content.
like on YouTube.
Hit like on YouTube, though. You know what? If you're looking at our content and you see a button that you think would help us, just click that bad boy.
That would help us.
That would help us. Just don't click the unsubscribe or the unfollow button. Those are bad buttons.
Those aren't good.
Those buttons actually destroy your PC. You can check out all of our content currently on Apple iTunes Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, YouTube, Alexa, and most importantly, our beautiful website, fpsguides.com. Also, check out our Discord. A link is in the description below on Twitch. Please feel free to come in, chat, and play and stuff. If you guys are here's a real hot take. You guys are streamers, and you come into our Discord, and I see that you're streaming. I will watch you.
I will also watch.
Because we had one of our boys that one of our randoms that joined our stream like 2 weeks or so ago, and we just watched him last week and gave him a hot follow. So you know what? Help us, help you, help us more. So do that. Remember, guys, don't forget to tell your friends. Every like, follow, subscribe, and support we get just puts us closer and closer to relevancy, and that's what we want. I mean, the more relevant we are, the more interesting stuff that we can do. Anyways, I think that is about it. Remember to play games, and then we will see you guys next Friday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because the Christmas after that. So next Friday, stay frosty and play games.
Play games, everybody.
Peace out.
See ya. I wonder what cut.
Oh, but it fades going out.